I join you today with a full heart. Over the past few months, we have all grown accustomed to interacting virtually. We've been finding creative ways to reinvent all sorts of celebrations and observances, which, like this one, now must occur online. I really wish I could be with you in person, but please know I am with you in spirit, and I share in your excitement and feeling of accomplishment. You have worked incredibly hard to get to this point, and you have much to look forward to. As you embark on your residency and assume a greater responsibility for the care of patients, I know you will gain a deeper appreciation for the vital role physicians play in the lives of others. Physicians occupy a unique position in our society. We are still accorded greater respect than most other professions in an era of mistrust and cynicism. People still look to us for advice and guidance in making literally life or death decisions. It's a solemn responsibility. I believe our standing reflects the pledge we take to always place our patients' interests foremost and to do our utmost on their behalf. These core values of compassion, altruism, and commitment speak for themselves. And I believe they are more important than ever in trying times like these. In your careers, you will often encounter complex problems that no one prepared you for in medical school, problems that have no textbook solutions. In times such as these, I hope you'll remember to revisit these core principles for guidance. They won't let you down. This is my final School of Medicine convocation. I have presided over 27 of these ceremonies, and I can say without hesitation that this one is definitely the most unusual. I want you to know how blessed I feel for having had the privilege of serving as your dean. Through the years, I have had the good fortune to work with many smart, compassionate colleagues with whom I share a passion for medical education. And I owe so much to the many students such as yourselves, whom I have had the pleasure to know. Your devotion to serving others inspires me and continues to remind me of all that is good in human nature. So now, I want to wish you the best of luck as you move on to the next phase of your training. I hope we have served you well, and I know you will go on to do great things. Thank you.
Hello, this is Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, and I'm incredibly honored to share a few words with the remarkable 103 that should be celebrating in a group context, a commencement with your friends and families. And in this environment, it's not possible. Well before the graduation, you have stepped up in remarkable ways to support not only New Mexico, but the entire nation's efforts to combat COVID-19. It's in fact why all of you decided to go to medical school and be doctors. It's a vocation and a passion. It's about dedication to making sure that you're serving every single human being, irregardless of the risk to yourself and the circumstances. Medical school, as I have always known, is far more than the basics. You must have the intellect and the drive and the commitment in order to meet the grueling standards of medical school. But you also have to possess unwavering commitment, dedication, empathy, and compassion. And you demonstrate that every single day of your educational effort. But you also demonstrated these last several months by showing up and providing support to the clinicians at University of New Mexico Hospital and our other healthcare systems. You show that by supporting efforts even like childcare to make sure that our first responders and healthcare workers have what they need. You showed up in droves for the Department of Health to do testing and contact tracing and any number of related COVID-19 follow-up efforts and strategies. As you all know, New Mexico is a state that doesn't have enough doctors and healthcare professionals. Every single graduate, every single New Mexican who goes to medical school is another chance for New Mexico to serve fellow New Mexicans. We need you, we want you. The fact that you've demonstrated your commitment during school and before you're graduated or even in your residency programs is something that every New Mexican is incredibly proud of. So this is what I have to say to you. I don't need to encourage you. I don't need to remind you about what's at stake. You already know because you've shown up every single day. Here's what I can do. The entire country is with you. Now more than ever, we know how remarkable your commitment and courage really is, each and every one of you. And as you are deployed for your residencies all around the country, know this. This is a state that believes in you, that respects you, that knows how valuable you are, and wants you back. So, for each and every one of you, if there's anything that we can do as you finish up your educational aspects and do all of your clinical required work, we would love to have you back, and we'd love to celebrate with you in a more direct and effective way, because you deserve that kind of commitment and support by everyone whose lives you save, whose families in which you make a difference, whose compassion plays out all over every day by hugs and hand-holding and making sure that there's the opportunity for loved ones to connect with their families when they're getting hospital care. You are amazing. We are grateful. I thank you. Good luck and congratulations.
Hello, I'm Dr. Martha Cole-McGrew. I'm the Executive Vice Dean of the School of Medicine, and I'm delighted to be able to record this for you. It is an extraordinary time we are living in, and to think I'm recording this feels both foreign and strange, because I love so much to be at your graduation, see you walk across the stage, and then have your families erupt with joy at your graduation. Over these past few weeks, or maybe it's been a million years, I don't know, I have a heightened sense of the words people use. For instance, Zooming as a verb, Zoomtails as a new cocktail hour, and Zoom bombing by our kids, our animals, and even strangers walking by. The other phrase I've heard a lot is, you're on mute. But the words I've heard that have really touched me the most over the last few weeks are these: uncertainty, which means lacking firm predictability, and ambiguity, which means inexactness. Here's how uncertainty has been expressed recently. When will I go back to school? When will I graduate? Will I graduate? What happens when I get to my new place? When will I get to see my parents again? Will my life ever be normal? Wait, you said something different 30 minutes ago. In a commentary in academic medicine by Luther and Crandall, they note, on one hand, anxiety and frustration that even experienced physicians encounter when they face ambiguity and uncertainty can be constructive, because it motivates physicians to continue to ask questions, to evaluate and care for patients, even when a diagnosis is not readily apparent. However, physicians who are relatively intolerant of ambiguity are more likely to experience a greater degree of frustration and anxiety, which ultimately may lead to disillusionment and even burnout. Sometimes docs with a low tolerance for ambiguity may order more tests, may treat empirically. This increases the cost of healthcare and puts patients at risk. We actually become less likely to discuss uncertainty with patients and miss the opportunity with our patients to give them agency into shared decision-making. Medicine as a culture has little tolerance for ambiguity, and we even see this in our test questions: true or false, A or B or C or D. We go into a tailspin when we see all of these, none of these, or are asked to write a narrative regarding an ethical issue. Real patients in medicine don't look like paper cases, and research always includes an analysis of variance. Even as science advances, real patients in their health and illness can be full of uncertainty and ambiguity. Donald Schoen, in his seminal book, The Reflective Practitioner, talks about medicine being the high, hard ground overlooking the swamp. The high, hard ground is the predictable, the scientific, and the solvable. The swamp adds the real life of each patient and community with its uniqueness and conflicts and ambiguity. So even if medicine has not done the greatest in teaching ambiguity, COVID-19 has added ambiguity to your repertoire of skills. Should we treat this patient with what medicine? Should we test everyone? Should I be tested if I have a cough during allergy season? These are great questions, and great questions lead to great new science. So there is light in ambiguity. Ambiguity keeps us asking those questions and pondering, and allows us to relationship build with our colleagues and patients, and gives us an opportunity to do shared decision making. The opposite of ambiguity and uncertainty, of course, is certainty. And here's what is certain. Will I finish my medical education and be a doctor? Yes, you are doing that today. Will uncertainty and ambiguity always be with me? Yes, with absolute certainty. Now, I'm honored to have a few extra minutes in my presentation to tell you about another certainty. As you know, Dr. Roth is retiring this year. You've already heard from him. He has been Dean of the School of Medicine for 26 years, longer than any other dean in the U.S. What is for certain is that we will miss him and the impact he has made and continues to make and will continue to make as a working retiree. The buildings are the body of the HSC. Under Dr. Roth's leadership, we built the Da Vinci buildings, the BBRP, SRMC, and remodeled many. But more important than any actual body are the mind and the heart and the spirit that resides in each body. Those are the things that make us, not what we are, but who we are. For me and so many here, what we know with certainty is that Dr. Roth embodies the heart and mind and spirit of the School of Medicine and HSC. And his leadership and influence have been crucial in creating a place for innovation, diversity, compassion, selflessness, curiosity for what we don't know, leadership, service to New Mexico communities, and particularly for our underserved populations. As well, Dr. Roth has been a national leader in disaster medicine, in our National Organization for AAMC, and particularly in the Liaison Committee on Medical Education, our accrediting body. But what I most admire and respect is that he is a role model for us, for each of you as you begin your journey as skilled, compassionate, and principled physicians, and as an extraordinary human being. I wish for each of you today that you embody those same gifts that Dr. Roth exhibits, and that you use them in the service to your patients and to your communities. Dr. Roth, we will miss you. Graduates, our deepest congratulations. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. David Rakel. He is the chair of Family and Community Medicine, and he will be giving your keynote today.
Thank you, Dr. McGrew, and thank you, Dr. Roth, for your 26 years of service to our healthcare system. We are so much better because of your leadership. Now, just like Dr. Roth, in order to be incredible, you need to be credible. And guess what, class of 2020? You are now credible! Woo-hoo! You now are doctor, but even more important than that, you are physician. Physician means teacher. And with that title, teacher, it assumes that you know the answer. But in this state of uncertainty and long into the future, there'll be many times that you won't. When I was in my residency, a fellow resident was proud to tell the nurses in the hospital that the MD on his coat stood for my decision. That did not go well for him. This title, physician, requires humility and partnership. This is an art based in science. So one thing is certain, you're going to make mistakes. And when you do, I want you to take it a little easy on yourself, because we are our own worst critic. Personally, I've made many mistakes. One in particular that stands out, and you'll remember the ones because emotions are much more solidified in your brain than facts. I was working in our little emergency room at a 12-bed hospital when I was in private practice right out of residency, and I was going to do a curette and cautery of a basal cell carcinoma of a patient who was there with his wife, and he had smoked for many years, and he was wearing 3 liters of oxygen through a nasal cannula that was connected to his oxygen tank. And I numbed him up and I scraped out the cancer. And just before I was going to turn on the wand that sends electrical sparks to this basal cell carcinoma 2 inches away from his nasal cannula, his oxygen flow, a nurse from the emergency room came up and said that there was a bus full of college students whose bus rolled over on the way up to our ski hill. And in 10 minutes, they would all be coming in to our little emergency room. So right then, the mind leaves the present moment and it goes to the what if, or oh no, or what do I need to prepare for? And my mind went out of the awareness of the present moment. And I grabbed that wand and I was just about to hit the button and send sparks 2 inches away from his nasal oxygen when it clicked. Stop. And if it wasn't for that click, I could have blown us all up, or I could at least burn him quite severely. I was so distraught about this potential of causing harm. I called a mentor of mine who was 3 towns over, and I told him of this story. And he said, Dave, you make mistakes. You're gonna make more mistakes. But the most important thing is that you pause, you learn from your mistakes, and you wake up the next morning with that experience and do things a little bit better. That and many other mistakes have taught me to focus my awareness on one thing. In this day and age, more than ever, our mind's awareness gets cluttered, gets covered up by thoughts, by social media, by differential diagnoses. So much that we have been known as the age of continuous partial attention. Continuous partial attention. In order for you to learn from your mistakes and reduce the risk of more mistakes, you need to clear the clutter and focus on one thing. And that first thing is you. Learn to forgive yourself easily. And when you make mistakes, talk to somebody or write it down, because if you internalize it, it will fester and it will come out in some dysfunctional way like headaches or irritable bowel syndrome. And remember, you cannot treat suffering with facts. You treat suffering with compassion, with your heart. And in order to do this for others, you have to learn how to do it for this, your first patient. Right now you have facts, you have knowledge, but you need to fail a little bit to develop wisdom, because wisdom requires mistakes, wisdom requires failure. And remember the source of power that you have all around you, the people who care for you, your family, your partners, your children. And remember your patients. A lot of this energy to do this work comes in us being willing to go into their lives. And when you do that, you get just as much of this as they do. And it's exciting. And they'll forgive your mistakes if they know your heart is true. I will now pass this celebration on to your classmate, Dr. Chan-Ju Fritsch. Congratulations, Dr. Fritsch, and congratulations to all of you, Dr. Physician. And thank you to Dr. Roth for your 26 years of just remarkable leadership. Woohoo! Class of 2020!
Hello, friends. First off, congratulations. We've made it through one of the harder experiences that humans choose to do. I'm so proud of each of you, and I hope you all are just as proud of yourselves and of each other. I wanted to say just a few things. First, I wanted to offer a word of encouragement as we step into a new role. Residents are leaders. During our time in residency, we will lead other residents in the care of our census, other care providers in the management of our patients, and most importantly, we'll lead our patients through some of the hardest times of their lives. I believe people reveal a lot about their character and the way that they lead, and I also judge leadership by a simple rule. If a person is able to go through a hard experience and remain kind to those under their leadership and care, they are a good leader. You have gone through hard experiences, so I encourage you to remain kind, compassionate, and patient with those who lead. So let your patients talk your ears off with meaningless questions. Help the confused interns on and off your service, and listen and learn from your nurses as you put in orders for them to carry out. And most importantly, for God's sake, let your med students go home early. When possible, make your students' medical school experience better than yours, especially if you were treated poorly at times. Second, I wanted to offer 3 of the best pieces of advice that I've received during medical school. 1, be careful who you take advice from. 2, aim to be better than yourself yesterday and not the guy next to you. And 3, so much of this process is not about us. Now, residency is going to be hard. It's probably going to be one of the hardest things we ever do with our lives. Some people come out of hard experiences bitter, tired, and mean. Now, I don't think that'll be us. My greatest hope is that you and I would come out of residency kinder, more compassionate, and wiser for the experience. Some suffering is inevitable, but how it changes us is ultimately up to us. Finally, let me say that I love all of you. I think the world of this class and of you, my classmates. I'm infinitely grateful for the time that we've had together, and I'm deeply sorry that I won't get to say goodbye in person to each of you. So please text me, email me, and keep in touch. I know many of your classmates do the same way. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely residency.
Hi everyone, my name is Bailey Browner and I am excited to present the Basic Science Teaching Award to Dr. Fernando Valenzuela. I think that we all probably remember Dr. Valenzuela best because of his lectures with sound effects and music and lots of moving parts, and the fact that they were absolutely hilarious. But they also, I felt like, were really well organized and really helped me commit that information to memory. And I still can think of specific slides that Dr. Valenzuela showed whenever I am thinking about different kinds of neurodrugs. But besides just having really engaging lectures, I think something I really appreciated about Dr. Valenzuela was his willingness to help individual students. I know for me personally, when I would inevitably end up in his office hours every single week, he was always super patient with me. And he helped walk me through more of the context of why I wasn't understanding the information without making me feel stupid or like I was asking dumb questions. He just wanted me to understand what the bigger picture was. And that's something that I really appreciated. Not to mention the fact that his yoga mat in the corner always reminded me that my own wellness was equally as important as my schoolwork. So once again, congratulations, Dr. Valenzuela.
Dear class of 2020, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to you for selecting me as the recipient of the Basic Science Teaching Award. This award means a lot to me. It is a wonderful and unexpected honor. I am really humbled that you chose me among so many outstanding faculty members in the School of Medicine. Receiving this award means a lot to me. It reminds me of the reasons I enjoy teaching at the medical school, including learning so much from your insightful questions and seeing you progress in your skills and knowledge. I really enjoyed working with you during phase 1 in the neuroscience and the CVPR blocks, and we'll miss you tremendously. I am very, very proud of your accomplishments and wish you the best throughout your residency training. Thanks again for honoring me with this wonderful award. Congratulations to all of you doctors. Take care.
And our next presenter is Alyssa Iestas.
The Outstanding Teacher of the Year Award recognizes and rewards teaching excellence and fosters a campus climate that supports teaching accomplishment and improvement. When I asked students to give a story about Dr. Rendon, every single one of them talked about 3 things: his positive attitude, ability to inspire, and dedication to teaching. 3 qualities that I have witnessed firsthand myself. Dr. Rendon continually sees the good in every situation, reframing every hardship or struggle into an opportunity for growth. His energy and enthusiasm for life and teaching is contagious. I remember the first time going to see patients with him for continuity clinic. He started playing Eye of the Tiger to get everyone's head in the game. Thank you for making our school a better place. It is my honor to present Dr. Patrick Rendon the Clinical Sciences Teaching Award. Cheers.
Wow, what a great speech. Alyssa, I am so honored, and thank you all for this award. I respect and love you all so much. Thank you for allowing me to be your teacher over the last 4 years. Congratulations, class of 2020.
The next presenter is Molly Witt.
Hello, everyone. My name's Molly, and it is my pleasure to present the Resident Teaching Award to Dr. Travis Campbell. Dr. Campbell was a huge influence and encouragement and a wonderful teacher during our time in the psychiatry rotation. He always had good information about how to streamline your note taking or your note writing. And he also had a drug of the day or a disease of the day, which made you feel like by the time you got to your very short psychiatry rotation, you were already ready to take the exam. So it is with immense pleasure that I present the Resident Teaching Award to Dr. Travis Campbell. Thank you for all of your help, and good luck on your future endeavors.
Hello, my name is Travis Campbell. This is a recording done from my own home, accepting the Resident Teaching Award from your class. I just wanted to take a moment to say this is by far the most meaningful award I've received. And I don't mean to suggest that's a long list, but that working with your class and teaching your class has been the highlight of my residency so far. I look forward to doing that with your classmates in other years and to seeing some of you all as residents in the future. I hope that you're staying safe and sane during these strange times, and thank you again for this incredible honor.
Our next presenter is Dane Abruzzo.
It is with great pleasure that today, virtually, I will be presenting the Resident Teaching Award to Dr. Mateo Garcia. For those of you lucky enough to have worked with Dr. Garcia, you undoubtedly know him for his most genuine character. This character makes him an exceptional physician, both as a teacher as well as a caregiver. No matter the distraction of the buzzing alarms and the chaos of the emergency department, he finds a way to connect with you and his patients in a way that brings calmness and comfort to this inherently stressful environment. As a medical student under his wing, he encourages the confidence that you need to grow, while also offering the support that you want, especially when you find yourself way in over your head. At the bedside, he demonstrates a knack for communication that garners trust between him and his patients that truly is an example for us all. For me, his mentorship really sets him apart. Many times in a random hallway in an ungodly hour at UNMH, I would find myself in a conversation turned pep talk and leave this conversation realizing that Dr. Garcia really believed in me more than I even believed in myself. For these reasons and many more that go unmentioned, it is truly deserved that Dr. Garcia is receiving this Resident Teaching Award today. Congratulations, and I sure can't wait until our next shift together.
Hey, class of 2020. Congratulations, a job well done. You guys are amazing people. It's been a long journey, I'm sure, and you're going to have an awesome time on the next chapter of all of this. I'm humbled and I'm privileged to accept the Resident Teaching Award. Haven't worked with a greater group of people. You guys really rocked it. You're going to do phenomenally well as you progress. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to your colleagues. Remember what you got into this for. Man, what a cool job. Coolest job in the world, even in these crazy times. You guys take care, be safe, travel safe, and I wish you all the best of luck on your next chapter, man. You guys are gonna rock it. What a privilege. So humbled. Thank you guys so much. Take care, okay?
Our next presenter is Jennifer Phillips.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Phillips, and I'm a family doctor and an alumni from the UNM School of Medicine and the president of the Alumni Association. I just wanted to say congratulations. Sorry we missed you at match day. You are joining an amazing group of physicians that span the globe, and we want to keep you connected to the Alumni Association. Your viewpoints and participation matter. These are really uncertain and scary times, also transformative times, and would love to stay in connection with you as you move on to the next phase of your career. So, cheers. It's sparkling water.
Remember,
Understand,
apply,
analyze,
evaluate,
and create.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Class of 2020, since year one, you asked open-ended questions and you set agendas.
You nursed and negotiated.
You called interpreters.
You auscultated and palpated.
You asked ethical questions.
You became part of the healthcare team.
You took exceptional care of many patients.
You are so ready to begin doctoring as residents. Congratulations
from your doctoring faculty.
You have brains in your head.
You have feet in your shoes.
You can steer yourself
any direction you choose.
A quote from Dr. Seuss.
Congratulations, doctors.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You are an amazing group,
and it has been a pleasure to work with you.
Best of luck out there.
Forward.
Congratulations.
Group Scholars.
Class of 2020.
We're very proud
of your accomplishments.
And we wish you the best of luck.
It was a joy to work with you. We've been inspired by your creativity and brilliance. We know you will be competent and passionate. You are our future. Make us proud.
Congratulations, class of
2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
We're super proud of you.
Hi, class of 2020. We just want to congratulate you on behalf of the Learning Environment Office. We are so proud of your hard work and wish you the very best for your future endeavors.
This is a huge accomplishment, and we look forward to your careers as residents and physicians, and we know you'll be exceptional teachers and doctors. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
From the Office of Advancement and the Office for Community Faculty at the School of Medicine, congratulations, class of 2020.
Everybody, the Academic Multimedia Services team would like to take a second to send our congratulations to the graduating MD class of 2020. We wish you all the best in all of your future endeavors. I'd like to just end really quickly with one of my favorite quotes by Minor Myers Jr., which is, go out into the world and do well, but more importantly, go out into the world and do good. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take care.
The AMS team would like to congratulate the graduating MD class of 2020. Great job, and we wish you all the best.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
We hope you'll have wellness aplenty.
Best of luck and health, your wellness faculty, Pam Aranella and Liz Lawrence.
To New Mexico's newest doctors, congratulations. It has been a true pleasure to be a part of your journey. Felicidades por todo lo que han logrado. Solo vos.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Although we couldn't celebrate together,
Know that we are so proud of you
and honored to have worked alongside you
through this journey.
We wish you the best going forward.
You made it.
Congratulations.
As you begin the next phase of your medical education, I would ask each of you to remember that empathy for others results in respectful and compassionate care. Bear in mind that we measure our success as physicians as much by our ethical behavior as by our individual expertise and proficiency. In 1948, following World War II, the World Medical Association met in Geneva to adopt a replacement for the Hippocratic Oath. This declaration of physicians' dedication to the humanitarian goals of medicine was especially important in view of the crimes against humanity that had just been committed in Nazi Germany. Now, in keeping with our tradition, I ask you to join with me in pledging to whatever or whomever has the greatest meaning in your lives in reciting the Declaration of Geneva. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge
velar ante todo por la salud y el bienestar de mis pacientes.
I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patients. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life.
I will not permit considerations of age,
disease or disability,
creed, ethnic origin,
gender,
nationality,
political affiliation,
race,
sexual orientation,
social standing,
or any other factor
to intervene between my patient
and my patient.
Alahat ego bella ashlai bein shlido.
Ejercer mi profesión con conciencia y dignidad conforme a la buena práctica médica. Promover el honor y las nobles tradiciones de la profesión médica.
I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due.
I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare.
I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard.
I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Congratulations to all the medical school class of 2020.